Hello, nice to see you. We're going to look at the Kitbag again today. So last time we met, we explored the bag a little. We met some of our animal friends that were inside it. We shared a 1 minute meditation where we created a really restful place in our mind. Remember, your mind is with you all the time, so it's really important that you're able to make it a nice place to be and to be able to call on it to help you when you need somewhere to go, especially if there's actually nowhere to go around you because you're at home, you're in lockdown, we don't have much space, so we have to be able to make that space for ourselves up here and in here. Remember that you can do this anytime. You don't need to just be sitting watching me on YouTube. You can take a minute any time in the day or 5 minutes, whatever you can manage to do some breathing, to give yourself some space, go back to that restful place that you made. That's a really nice thing for you to be able to do whenever you need to do it. And it's like a muscle, you know, that your muscles get stronger the more that you work them out, the more you practice meditating, which is what we did yesterday when we created the restful place. Whenever you practice really breathing, tuning into yourself, letting the thoughts wash in and wash out, then the stronger you'll become at it. And it can take a while, so don't worry, but don't give up. Keep persevering at it. It's really a good thing for you. Okay, so let's open her up. We'll start, as always, with a little drop of calming oil. You can pick this up for £5. If you want the one that we have in the kit bag, then you can email me and I'll email you the website that it comes from. Okay, it's a lovely one. Some of you will recognise it. As soon as I smell it, I instantly feel relaxed. It really works for me. Okay, here's our talking stick. Hey. I wish I could pass them to you. And let's start, as always, with a little check-in. So today I feel red. I just feel very tired today, which is interesting given we can't really go anywhere. It's funny how you can still feel tired, there's still things going on around. So I feel tired, but I'll probably feel a bit less tired a little bit later. And I guess I don't know what the day is going to bring. So I feel a bit excited about that, a little bit of anticipation. I feel a little bit hopeful that something interesting might happen. And I feel fine in myself. So apart from feeling tired and a bit unsure of what's going to happen in the day, I feel fine. Just feel me. What colour do you feel today? And remember that there's no right and there's no wrong answer. Red doesn't mean angry and blue doesn't mean sad. It's for you. It's up to you. Just take a little minute. Turn it this way. Really try and imagine tuning into your whole body. Maybe you can put your hand on your heart or on your tummy to really feel what's going on there. Sometimes we're so busy operating up here in our heads that we don't really tune into this. But is there anything as you that's hurting? Anything that you can imagine shining a bit of warmth onto that needs a little bit of care and attention? Thank you. Right, so we're going to meet some more of our animal friends today. Go. So yesterday we met our protective hedgehog. I'm sorry, I know these words are coming up backwards for you, but I'll just read them out. We have our celebrating frog, so joy. changing butterfly, bit sticky, bit scary, comes out amazing, beautiful. We have our little courageous robin. We have our communicative bee, really good at working with others, really good at keeping in touch and I don't know how bees feel, but I'm sure they let each other know how they feel. And here we have our successful spider, who's successful because he never ever gives up, ever. So today, let's see who we're going to meet today. All right, we have our squirrel. Our squirrel comes with the quality of confidence. And for me, this means that the squirrel doesn't really doubt itself. It never questions itself. I've got squirrels just out in the trees out there, and I watch them scampering up to the tallest branch that's waving like this. It doesn't look very sturdy. It's not something I'd want to get onto. And on goes the squirrel, and then it leaps into a branch on a tree beside it, and it never seems to think twice. It just knows what it can do. It knows what it's capable of. It trusts its body. It trusts itself. It's just confident. What do you feel like that about? Is there anything that you just feel, I just do that? And other people might go, oh, I wish I could do that. And to you, it's just easy. It's just what you do. And that kind of confidence is what our little squirrel guy has here. We have a fox, and the fox's quality is awareness. It's really being alert to what's going on around you, being sensitive to your surroundings, never missing anything. You really notice what's going on. You're aware of yourself and you're aware of others. You really, maybe you always notice when someone holds a door open for you, or you notice that something's different in the house, or you just are always keeping one ear up. And now this doesn't mean being frightened of what's around you. Foxes aren't frightened of what's around them. They're just aware. They're always keeping an eye out. They're shy, and they like to know if there's someone around because they tend to disappear. But they're always aware of what's going on, and that's a really interesting quality. And it's one that, when I know people who are aware, I really admire in them, that they're just so switched on to what's going on around them. They're not always just thinking about what's going on for them. There's a bigger picture right there. That's our fox. We have blackbird, little orange beak there. And blackbird comes with the quality of hope, which I guess is about, for me, is about seeing them in the springtime, in that season of hope, where buds are forming on the trees and new babies are being born in the natural world. The sun is coming up earlier, it's less dark. We're starting to really feel a sense of winter being over. Winter's really important. It's a really essential time. It's that time for things to rest and to develop, and all the leaves are on the ground, and so everything under the ground is growing from that. The leaves are protecting it and feeding it so that all that new stuff can come up. And we sometimes have times like that. We have our little winters where everything goes a bit quiet. We might feel really like we don't want to do very much. We want to rest. And while that's happening, there's all this good stuff going on underneath it. It's ready to spring up. That's what a blackbird means for me. And he also just has the cheeriest whistle. And they just hop about, and they're just lovely, and fill me with hope, certainly. Okay. And we have our eagle. And our eagle's quality is freedom. I imagine that there must just be so much freedom to be had when you're soaring above everything, and you get this, what's called a bird's eye view. You get to see everything from above and from a distance. And when we have a problem, it can feel really close to us, and we can't get any space from it. But it can be quite nice to imagine that you're an eagle. If there's something really going on for you, imagine yourself soaring up really high, and then looking down on it and see if it makes things a little bit smaller. See if it helps you find a way to deal with that problem. So the freedom that just comes from being slightly above it all for a while, and getting to watch things rather than feeling like you're in the middle of them. Oh, one of my favourites. Here's the snake. And the snake's quality is energy. We always have a good discussion about this one in our groups, because energy means different things to different ones of us. And for me today, energy is about, oh, I'm sleepy. So do I go with that and just have a little rest, or will I go and do a little bit of Joe Wicks and that'll wake me right up? Probably do a bit of Joe Wicks. And have a nice big drink of water and some fruit, something that'll really feed me and make me feel better. But for me, the energy of the snake comes from the fact that it's around on its belly all the time, and it's really feeling any energy that's coming up from the earth, from all that stuff that's going on underneath there. And I always think snakes must be so in tune with the rumblings underneath and whatever's happening on the ground, because you can feel when you're close to the ground. If you ever lie on the ground, put your ear down, you can really feel lots of stuff that's going on. You might hear rumbling, you might really notice the tiny insects that are down there, and you're really soaking up that energy. Snake's one of my favourite animals actually, and I just think they're fascinating little creatures. And our last one for today is wolf, and the wolf's quality is honour. The wolves travel in packs. They have a sort of a structure to how they travel. They have a role in that, and all of them honours their role. Each of them honours their role. They are really, they have a code. They have a code and they stick to it. So when they're travelling, for example, they have their elderly wolves in the middle, the children wolves, cubs, you might call them, and they're usually in the middle. And you've got the stronger ones at the front and at the back, making sure that they're protected. And if a wolf dies, then the code is that wolf is left. And they're really honourable about what's best for the pack. They really honour their pack and can make personal sacrifices for the pack, because it's what they do. It's part of what they do. It's an interesting one, and it's also an interesting idea about whether you should sacrifice yourself personally for the pack. It's in their nature to do that. They're very social animals, and there is something in there about us being social animals, and we rely on being part of a group, part of a bigger thing, whether it be a family or a group of friends or a school. And it's about, okay, what do I do that makes this better? What's my part in here? So those are our animals for today. A little bit to think about in there. Is there anyone in there that you're thinking, oh, I like that, or I could do with a bit of that? Anyone that you'd like to imagine on your shoulder? I don't know how much you'd want a wolf on your shoulder, but you can imagine it maybe trotting behind you. Here's our confident squirrel. Is there someone that you could use a little bit of confidence? Our aware fox. Our hopeful blackbird. Our free eagle. Our energetic snake. Well, energetic, the right word. The energy of our snake. And our honourable wolf. Anyone in there for you today? Okay. So I'm going to read a little story now. The story is called The Wonder Journey. Now you might want to close your eyes for this. That's okay. You might also want to put some nice relaxing music. You know, if you have YouTube or you have Spotify, then you can just look up a nice yoga playlist or some natural sound running water playlist, birds if that's your thing, or you could just open your window and see if there's anything nice happening out there that you might want to listen to while you're relaxing. If you hear sounds that aren't so relaxing, that's okay too, because there's always going to be stuff that intrudes on what you're doing when you're trying to relax. So it's good practice to be able to notice it and then tune it out and just really tune into what you're needing to do just now. So I will stay and I will read it to the camera for the meditation story today. Okay. Are you sitting comfortably? Then let's begin. Try this. As you breathe in and out, think to yourself, breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. I'll try one more time. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Now bring your attention to how your body is feeling. Say hello to your toes. How are they feeling? You give them a little wiggle. And your knees, are they feeling nice and soft? Nice and loose? And how about your tummy? Push your tummy muscles out. Oh, and then pull them in again. Really notice that. Really notice what happens. My shoulders are coming up when I pull my tummy in. And they go down. It's nice to have them down. It shows you're relaxed. If they're up, it can mean that maybe you're feeling a bit tense. So if you're feeling a bit tense, have a little notice of your shoulders and see if you need to just drop them a little. Now just let your tummy be how it feels good. And your neck and your shoulders. Lift up your left shoulder. Drop it. And then do the same with your right shoulder. Shake your head just a little. Gentle shake. And your arms and your fingers. Just feel everything beginning to feel loose. And everything becoming still and calm. Now close your eyes. Just notice the different parts of your body are feeling. Is there anything that feels a bit sore or stiff or tense? If there is, then imagine there's a lovely warm ray of sunshine. And it's flowing into this part and it's melting any of the soreness or tension away. So when you're ready, your body feels ready, when you feel ready, feeling really calm and relaxed, take another deep breath. Hold it. And slowly release it. Begin to imagine. See in your mind, feel in your body, hear the sounds. You're ready to begin a journey to find what you need to know so that you can believe in yourself, trust yourself, and be happy and confident in yourself. In front of you is a little wooden bridge which is completely safe. It's crossing a small river which flows gently out to the sea. Beyond the bridge you can see a small wood. Beyond that, where the land curves right, you can glimpse the sea all the way to the horizon. The clouds are white and pink, and the sun is shining. The air smells sweet and fresh, and your body feels light and good. You can hear birds singing. There's nothing to alarm you here. You're safe. little red robin is perched on the handrail of the bridge chatting to you. With courage, he chirps. You can be brave, just like Robin. You step on the bridge, and as you begin to walk over it, any worries you have leave you, flowing away into the river. You continue over the bridge and into the wood, where there's a beautiful smell like coconut. This is from the yellow gorse that's growing in the wood among silver birch trees. There are wild flowers by the edge. Yellow primroses, blue and white violets. You see that you've startled a small deer, who lifts her head and looks at you through her large liquid eyes. But to your story, she doesn't run away. She seems to trust you. You feel yourself smiling, and your heart feels glad and strong. Now you are through the wood and following a path to sand dunes which are white and gleaming, with tufts of marron grass on their tops. When you climb up and over them, there is the whole beach in front of you and the blue sea beyond, and it's all yours. Smell the fresh air. Feel the warmth of the sun and the refreshing breeze playing across your face. Enjoy being here, and in a few moments you can begin to run, to dance, to skip, whatever you want to do, feeling completely safe, knowing that there is nothing here to harm you, and you're feeling absolutely free. As you stop near the edge of the waves, you can see in the sand, among some shells, the bright sparkling purple of a piece of amethyst. You bend to pick it up, and as you hold it in your hand, you know that you too are precious and special. Now it is time for you to return through the dunes, feeling very sure of yourself, very lucky, knowing that you can do what's right for you. As you walk back through the wood, the little deer lifts her head, and again you feel grateful for the trust she has placed in you. As you walk back across the bridge, there is the robin with his brave red breast. So slowly now, taking your time, stretch out your arms, open your eyes, take a nice deep breath, give yourself a smile. Well done. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you were able to give yourself a little bit of time, a little bit of space there. And you could really imagine it, you could smell that sea, maybe you could hear the seagulls. Okay, so we'll finish off for today with a meditation, a 1 minute meditation. And today, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to learn that it's perfectly okay to do nothing. We don't always have to be doing something. We don't always have to be busy. We don't always have to be playing something or watching something or doing something. You can just be and be still and be quiet. So I'm going to do this too. I won't move off the camera today. I'll stay here. I might need to open my eyes occasionally just to check the time so that I can let you know. Okay, so don't you worry, you can keep your eyes closed if that's what works for you, and I'll let you know when it's time to come back. So I'm going to sit here and learn that it's perfectly okay to do nothing. That is something I need to learn sometimes, actually. So, are you ready? Okay. Okay, so it's really nice to see you. It's time to open up your eyes now. Just give your fingers and toes a little wiggle. It's really nice to see you today. I'll see you next time. We'll meet some more animals, and we'll have some more meditation. Let's just tune one back in with ourselves. How are you feeling now? Are you still feeling the same way? Has something changed? I feel a bit less tired. I actually feel very relaxed. I still feel red. And with that comes a feeling of relax, and I'm still looking forward to seeing what happens over the rest of today. I'll see you next time.